Last time on Improv Tabletop, our heroes simply walked into Mordor and we didn't make any jokes about it.
Wow.
Missed opportunity.
How did we miss that?
We dropped the ball.
We definitely dropped the ball. We dropped a lot of lore as well during the last episode. While Troop 4x2 was trying to figure out what their plan was going to be, they decided to travel their way through the Dead Marshes and into Mordor itself. They got to the top of a ridge, observed a whole bunch of orcs down there, and ended up getting kind of conscripted down to there. They put on some disguises, and they dug their way down deep beneath the earth into the base of Barad-dûr. Along the way, they talked a lot about spiders. They killed one of the orcs that was unwittingly helping them to build their dome that they would use to shield themselves from the view of all the other people. And they eventually made it down through the base, through the foundation of Barad-dûr, into the kitchens, because they discovered that the spiders were not after the wooden nickels, they were just after the man flesh, so that meat could be back on the menu for a celebratory feast. Along the way, apparently Oleg had found the Phial of Galadriel just lying in the Dead Marshes, and he used it to great effect, because where we left off, where we are going to be picking up, they had peeked up through one of the tiles in the floor of the kitchens of Barad-dûr. Oleg had noticed that the head chef was wearing Ratatouille style on top of his head, a toque that had a spider underneath it, and was like, that's where we're starting. Opened up the Phial of Galadriel, slurped up a little bit of the liquid therein through a crazy straw shaped like a dog's head, and had just spitball style shot right through everybody. If you could see the faces of my friends on this call right now, spitballed it through the hat of the head chef, killing the spider on the inside in the process, and all eyes flashed to our heroes as the light just shone out like a beacon through the entire kitchens. And that is where we're going to pick up. What's going to happen? Let's find out here in the world of the Tension Builders.
Do you think people hear the like concept of our show and they think, oh, that sounds fun and exciting, and then they quickly realize how little respect we have for the properties we integrate, and then they go, oh no, wait, I don't want them to do my favorite thing anymore?
Well, I was talking with our good friend Brett the other day about comedy, and one of the nice things about doing improv is how much it lowers people's expectations of you, so that in the moments when you do have a really nice, like, when things come together in a very poetic sort of way, it's all the better. But even then, it takes a lot of the weight off of my shoulders to a certain degree. Hi, everybody. What's shaking? You're listening to Improv Tabletop, the Tension Builders, the bump in the dark actual play where we make up almost everything on the spot. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I'm joined by
Caleb Anderton. Let's hunt some orc.
Christian Randall, we're taking meat off the menu.
Evan Peterson, no respect for your IP.
It doesn't matter if you are one of the most respected authors ever to grace this great Middle Earth, the future of Middle Earth that we currently walk upon. We will find a way to drag your great works right through the dirt, right through Cartoon Network, whatever it takes. I'm realizing, this is like the third time that we've had Lord of the Rings show up, because the first time was with Bal's Breakfast Brigade, when I believe one of you shouted, I quote, throw it into the fryer?
Cast it into the fryer.
Cast it into the
Yeah.
J.R.R. Tolkien, more like J.R.R. Jokin. Oh.
I take psychic damage.
I think I felt all the momentum just halt after I said that.
Well, one thing that I can do to bring some of the dignity back into the situation, because, you know, we're in the middle of this fight, and we do have one of those big orcs over there, the head chef. So in the time since we recorded our last episode, I have started a reread of The Hobbit, and I found something that I think might help us out. In the authorial note beforehand, J.R.R. Tolkien has this whole philological, whatever you would say. He's talking about the language of this book, and he says, orc is not an English word. It occurs in one or two places, but is usually translated goblin or hobgoblin for the larger kinds. Orc is the hobbit's form of the name given at that time to these creatures. So we can call the big orcs hobgoblins, apparently, and that is canonical with J.R.R. Tolkien's vision for Middle-earth.
Wow.
Nice.
The more you know.
So, the hobgoblin in question that you're going to be fighting against used to have a spider sort of piloting him around Ratatouille style. Now, this is where we start to get into the mechanics of what has happened here at the beginning of this fight. Because I was like, okay, we got a bunch of spiders, we got a bunch of orcs. I figure we give them an 8 clock. That's a pretty beefy amount of combatants that we're working with here. Now, here's the thing. At the end of the last episode, Oleg pulled out his fine improvised weapon, which gives increased effect. So typically, if you do just like a standard action, that's going to tick off 2 segments of a clock. So when we add the fine improvised weapon to the equation, that increases the impact. That's 3 of the ticks. And then Oleg had to go and roll 2 6s and get a critical success on this attack, which also increases the impact. So that is 4 ticks on our 8 clock in one attack right from the very beginning.
Wow.
I'm a rogue. I got that sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think what this probably looks like at the very beginning is there's this one spider that actually gets hit by the light from the File of Galadriel, and as it shines out through the entire kitchen here, and Oleg, you still have the rest of the File of Galadriel that you're holding on to. I think all of the spiders who are here are going to see that, and true to what happened with Shelob in the books, they see that and they're like, nope, we're out of here. And all of the spiders, I think, just flee the place, leaving you with a bunch of orcs and one big nasty hobgoblin to deal with.
Okay. I thought we were going to have to snipe more spiders off of people's heads.
I mean, if you want to deal with more of the spiders, if you want to fight the spiders instead of the orcs, I can find ways to narratively justify this.
Here's my question.
Here's my answer.
No, never mind. Because it's not... I was just thinking maybe they're nice, because maybe the spiders were just making them do the bad things. But you know what? Linguini, it's not like Remy possessed him against his will and was making him make soup. He wanted to make soup, and Remy just was helping. So maybe the orcs, yeah, the reasons don't matter. We've still got to fight some orcs.
Dear John Ronald, if you are listening from the other side of the grave, there's a movie called Ratatouille, and we're doing our darndest to fit that canon into your canon.
I like that Caleb is like an expert on Lord of the Rings, and he didn't look at like the orcs' moral compasses. Like, aren't they basically birthed of evil? And he was like, no, the key here is Ratatouille.
It is, though. It's a crucial component of what's going on here.
So in any case, like, all of the spiders, they go running away, which I'm sure is of great relief to Master Brickithon and Pilfer.
Definitely.
Yes.
So we've got a hobgoblin.
Yep, you've got a big hobgoblin looking down at you, and he's got a giant ladle, like big old cast iron ladle in his hand, and he, screen, black bars from top and bottom, shing, narrows his eyes at all of you, and he's going to start rushing towards you, and shouts back to all of the other orcs, "We have invaders here! It is time! If we will not have the meat from the staff members, surely meat from these people shall fill our bellies tonight." And starts swinging the ladle, and it starts making this like ghostly dirge through the air as the air passes across the bowl of the ladle, comes rushing towards you guys. What would you like to do?
After I sniped that one spider, my eyes sort of just go dead, and I see only wooden nickels.
There are 22 of them over there.
There are 22 stacked up, and I feel the weight of the ones I already have in my pocket. You all can fight without me, I'm sure. And I just start sprinting across the room towards the staff members.
All right.
Okay, I'd like to go to my gear.
Whoa there, fella.
And I'd like to produce some forged documents
All right.
that show that we've been hired with a signature from Lord Sauron.
Yeah.
We're exterminators
Yeah, very sensible.
that he hired to take care of the spider issue in the orc dens.
I like this. I'm going to run along with it. In my gear, I have an occult or holy relic. I'd like to take out a Palantir.
Whoa!
Yeah, we just have the File of Galadriel. We just have a Palantir. We have not accounted for all of the lost seeing stones after all.
Nope. Brickithon's got one.
Yeah.
Brickithon's at one of the Palantirs.
And I'll just say, it's true. If you'd like to ask the big man himself, I can ring him, but I don't think you want that.
Now, have you directly touched the Palantir with your claw hand, or is there like a barrier of some cloth between it?
I'll keep it in a cloth. I think that's a safe thing to do.
I would agree. I definitely would agree.
But I'm ready. I'm ready to touch it.
Okay, so this seems like we are acting together as a group, perhaps.
Not me.
Or we could just go with an assist, because I reckon, Pilfer, you pull out your forged documents. That sounds like compel to me, which you've already got 2 dots in. Pretty darn nice. Master Brickithon, we could just have you mark 1 luck to add 1 die to Pilfer's roll, or we could say that you could act together as a group and we could give you 1 die for compel there as well, maybe?
I'll give a die. I'll mark a luck and give a die.
Oh boy.
All right.
I hope I roll well now.
Okay, Pilfer, that'll be 3d6.
That is double 6s and a 2.
Yes!
Well,
I'll tell you what. Sometimes you plan for the big boss fight and your guy rolls in with a crit and then the other guy rolls in with a crit and you're like, I had all these cool things planned.
it's very much just kind of like a flip-flop of the first 2 jobs that we had in Blades in the Dao Fei, where the first one went so good and the second one went so bad. Now we're just getting the opposite of that in this campaign. So your forged documents, they don't give you increased impact, but the critical success you did definitely does give you increased impact. So the Hobgoblin, you pull out the documents, show him the signature of Sauron down at the bottom of them, and he looks into the Palantir, and in the back of his mind, he starts replaying the last performance review he had with Sauron when there wasn't any meat to put on the menu, and he skids to a stop, just like heels digging into the tile floor, waving his arms, and finally does manage to come to a stop right in front of you. Yes, of course, it will not be necessary for us to eat your heads and grind your bones to make our bread. Surely you can inspect whatever spiders you need to inspect. And turns towards his sous chef, tosses the ladle right at him, kind of bonks him in the head and says, "You are in charge now," and goes running away, following after the spiders. So that's 3 more ticks on the 8 clock. There's only 1 tick left, and there's a bunch of very confused looking orcs just kind of staring at the 2 of you as Oleg goes rushing towards the staff members in the corner.
First of all, don't call me Shirley.
Beautiful. Leslie Nielsen reference. We love it.
Classic.
Second of all, look at those staff members. Can you really eat them after this spider infestation? They're covered in webbing. That is a health hazard. We must confiscate all of your staff members that you have gathered to eat.
All right, yeah. They're already so confused. They have no idea what's going on. That sounds to me like probably compel.
Yeah.
Now, in this instance, you only need 1 more tick, so you could play it safe, decrease the possibility that things could break really bad, and only get 1 tick on that clock, because you don't necessarily need to. Or you can also just, go as usual.
Play it safe. Play it safe, Caleb.
All right, I'll play it safe. You said compel, so I just roll 1.
Unless you want to push your luck or make a deal with the darkness.
The roll wasn't good. So
How not good was it?
it was a 2, not good.
That's not very good.
So,
Hey, Ned, can I help him?
How would you propose to help?
Okay, I guess maybe part of a disguise kit. Either, I don't know if this would be part of my forged documents I already have or a disguise kit, but to help sell his authority, I'd like to stand menacingly behind him and pull out a badge and hold it up to show that we're the real deal and that they need to respect us.
All right, so you want to spend 1 of your luck to give Master Brickithon another die?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me that roll.
okay. 5.
5. Okay, partial success. So, yeah, you give this final spiel to the rest of these orcs, and they look in the direction of their boss who just went running out of the room, and they're like, yeah, certainly. They go rushing out after as well. And so you're kind of like waiting here. Whew, oh, thank goodness. Taking a breath. And in this moment where you're kind of letting your guard down just a little bit, the partial success that you got, there's going to be a consequence, and I'm going to spend one of the strings that I have on Master Brickithon.
Oh boy.
So the two of you go kind of like walking over towards where Oleg is, just trying to pull away the webs to get at those wooden nickels, and from the tile, it lifts up once more, and a pair of eyes. They'll be precious. And sprinting like a gazelle out from this tile floor, Master Brickithon, you feel impacting with your back. You go rolling across the floor towards the webs, and when you land, you look up and you see Oleg's grandmother, Smeagol, staring down at you.
This is the first time I've seen this guy, right?
Correct.
I'm going to take my spider gun, the one with the boot attached to the spring, and just try to boing him away.
All right. That sounds like hunt to me. Pulling out your gun. We'll give Smeagol a 4 o'clock. Why not?
Meanwhile, I just yell, what the devil? And turn and run away.
That is another 5.
Another 5. Okay. You pull it out, and it's kind of hard to angle it exactly the way that you want because he's right on top of you. But boom, it hits him like right in the chest. He goes flying straight up into the air. We're going to mark off 2 ticks on Smeagol's 4 o'clock, and you get up and start like rushing backwards after your friends, but he went like straight up, and he comes straight down and lands boom, back on top of you, plasters you to the ground. Let's have you mark just 1 luck for that one.
Sure.
And now Smeagol is back on top of you, and he like grabs your arm and starts rotating it back behind you in a way that would definitely break a regular human shoulder, but you're a Lego, so your arms go 360 degrees, and you feel he like puts his teeth around your claw hand like he's looking for a finger.
Ned,
Evan.
I'd like to mark another gear slot.
All right, what do we got?
I love gear. Don't know how this is gonna work. This is more of an experiment. I want a flashlight, because I really don't know how Smeagol will react if you just shine a flashlight in his eyes.
Okay.
And I'm real curious, because I feel like he won't love it. So I'm just gonna go, hey, over here, and just turn on my scout camp, probably pretty high lumen flashlight.
Yeah.
And just start like clicking it on and off.
Okay. With this, what kind of skill would that be? To flash golem.
Flashy.
That this were fate accelerated.
Would it be wreck, hunt, compel?
I feel like compel could work. I'm trying to make him do something.
Just kind of like, bad dog, get off, bad dog.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, okay, go ahead and roll then to compel Smeagol.
That's a 6.
There we go.
Ooh, full success.
Nice.
Unmitigated, no downsides. So yeah, you start flashing your flashlight at Smeagol, and he looks up, shields his eyes. Oh, it burns us, precious. No. And starts backing off, scrimping. Scrimping? Is that a word?
I understand what it means from context and vibes. So yes, it's now a word.
Yeah, he starts scrubbling his way back towards the hole in the floor, and looks back one time with just a very sad look in his eyes. Not a single wooden nickel for Smeagol, precious.
Shoo!
Yeah, and he jumps back down the hole, grabs the tile, and with a scowl slams it back shut and disappears down into the darkness.
I will say, when he asks for a single wooden nickel, I have that Bilbo Baggins moment where I turn around and my face is all sunken and I'm like, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, now you have just this entire bounty of staff members there, just wooden nickels for the taking.
Should be, 31 of them that you have now?
Yeah, 22 plus 9, baby.
That's so much ice cream.
And Pilfer still has his 2 wooden nickels.
I have a feeling I'm not going to have them for long if Oleg has anything to say about it.
Oleg, what do you have to say about that?
Pilfer, in Motherland, economy work best when I have everything, and then I distribute as needed. So, when you have 2, economy crumble. I need all so that we can distribute fairly. Simple economics, yes?
Oleg, don't you bring that communist propaganda in here.
I will. The rule of the pirate be that he who finds the treasure keeps the treasure. And I found these 2 wooden nickels.
I find that upsetting. Give me the nickels.
No, I don't want to do that.
While this back and forth is going on, the staff members who are still tied up in their webs are like looking back and forth between the two of you. And there's one in particular who's wearing like this very sort of nondescript beige tweed suit jacket with a red tie. He's got kind of very pronounced arched black eyebrows, pretty wide bug eyes, and he goes, "Oh, Beans."
I didn't realize they were alive, if I'm being honest. I thought it was a web full of dead staff members. And I was like, this is dark.
I'm still alive over here.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my handy-dandy watch and press a button. And the Flying Dutchman is going to come into the room, very loudly whirling with its little propellers. And it's going to be carrying a knife.
Hey, while he's calling that in, just because Oleg made me mad now, can I roll a sneak to just take one of the 31 wooden nickels from the staff members? Just so he has a not full number at the end of it all when he counts them up.
Yeah, go for it. You got 2d6 sneak.
It's a 5.
Okay, so partial success here. I think you reach down to grab one of these wooden nickels and you feel a hand grab your wrist and you turn and Mr. Bean is staring at you. And he says, "I think that's my wooden nickel, Bean." Oleg still has not noticed at this point.
I'm going to reach up frantically and grab a handful of webbing and just like try and stretch it across his mouth.
All right, we are in sort of a person-to-person altercation. Let's go with wreck, I suppose. You're trying to wreck his ability to rat you out, maybe?
Well, looks like my night of good rolling has run out, boys.
Oh, no.
That's a 1.
Okay. Yeah, so I think because you still got a partial success on your initial sneak, I think what happens is you go to wrap Mr. Bean's face in webbing and you succeed, but he looks at you and his eyes narrow, black bars top and bottom of the screen, and he just punches you right in the solar plexus and you go flying across the other side of the kitchen. Let's go ahead and give you a wound for that, I suppose.
Oh, that's pretty brutal. What's my wound?
We'll call it beamed, I suppose.
Okay.
And yeah, when you lift your head up from where you are lying sort of crumpled into a heap in the corner, you see Oleg grabbing a knife from his drone.
Did my 5 get me the wooden nickel as I got punched back?
It got you the wooden nickel, yes.
Heck yeah.
All worth it.
All worth it to mess with Oleg.
Wow, I see how it is.
I'm going to step in here, Oleg. These wooden nickels have too great a hold on you. You are not in your own mind.
Why should I give up a wooden nickel? Why shouldn't I keep it? It is mine. They are all mine.
Oleg, we are not trying to rob you. We're trying to help you.
I'm wondering if I should spend Oleg's string and have Smeagol show up and bite his finger off.
My non-existent, just half of the claw hand is gone.
Oh,
Grandmama, why? I will take a deep breath and collect the 22 nickels. But when I realize that there's only 21, oh, you best believe that deep breath was not enough. I'm going to wheel on my 2 people.
I'd like to help Pilfer and surreptitiously defenestrate Mr. Bean.
You throw it out the window?
Yes.
Surreptitious defenestration.
Okay.
If it succeeds, I'm going to tell you to recount.
Okay. I see where this is going now.
Very
Okay.
smart. Very smart.
Why does the English language have a word for that?
One of my favorite words.
Was it that common?
Apparently.
You know, it happens.
Now, this sounds pretty sneaky to me.
Yeah. Let's see. Sneak, only 1 die. What can I do? We'll see how I roll first.
Yeah.
That's a 1. I'm making a deal with the darkness.
Yes. The deal with the darkness. Mr. Bean is going to be the final boss of one of our future hunts.
Amazing.
Absolutely worth it, I think.
Yes.
He will be lurking around like Gollum, waiting for his moment to strike.
I see no downside to this. All right, here I go again.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 5.
Okay. Yeah, I think you run over, you grab Mr. Bean and start carrying him like firemen's carry over your shoulder towards the nearest window. You open it, realize that you are underneath the ground. You're in the basement of Barad-dûr.
Oh, dang it.
So that's your partial success here. But then you step down and you realize, oh wait, there's another loose tile here. Lift it up, toss him down. You hear both Mr. Bean and Smeagol scream out in pain as they collide with each other, slam it shut. And as you go walking back towards your friends, a pact is made deep in the darkness.
Oleg, do not be so hasty. I believe we miscounted when we first got here. There are only 21 staff members present.
And I will wheel around very quickly and using my Soviet-era calculations, realize that perhaps my education wasn't the best because I did miscount. There were only 21.
Mm-hmm.
Still, Oleg, you have 30 wooden nickels. That is nearly half of all of the staff members' wooden nickels. I mean, I think you won.
Yeah, there are only 64 staff members.
The bric-a-brac troop lost. To us! To us! They lost!
All thanks to you, Oleg.
Feels good. I will take the knife that I got from the Flying Dutchman and I'll start cutting the people down.
All right, yeah. I'm going to just kind of, now that we're wrapping up this scene here, switch over to what's going on further on in the camp. I'm going to roll for the Bric-a-brac troop to see how many they were able to get. The Bric-a-brac troop is tier 4. They collected 14 of the wooden nickels.
Okay.
So between your 30, Pilfer's 3, you have over half of the wooden nickels in the camp. 33 to the Bric-a-brac troops, 14. Let's cut to a scene real quick back in the Flag Bowl where everybody is redeeming their wooden nickels. Master Brickithon, you see Master Bricklebarrel standing kind of aloof off to the side. He's got like one arm folded underneath the other, hand to his chin. His eyes just slightly narrowed. The black bars on top and bottom of the screen just come in a little teensy bit.
I'll walk over and gloat a little bit. Bricklebarrel, I see that your hunting did not go as well as you had hoped.
Well, one cannot account for the follies of youth. Wise and old and experienced as I may be, kids these days, am I right?
Oh, yes, I know. I have a 12-year-old who found 30 wooden nickels all by himself, so I know exactly how the kids are.
And he leans in close. He's not 12. What? He's got to be like at least 18.
I'm over there shaving.
Can I hold up a forged document, a birth certificate?
A defunct Soviet birth certificate.
It literally just has a picture of Oleg, and it says, date of birth 12 years ago.
Well, I suppose one cannot argue with bureaucracy. He turns on his heel and he sweeps his cape that he wasn't wearing a second ago and stares back at the two of you like he's facing away, and his head turns back not quite 180 degrees, maybe like 135 degrees. He narrows his eyes, and this time the black bars do come in to the proper fullness. And he says, well, you win this particular activity, Brickithon, but whatever shall you do next time?
That remains to be seen.
And he sweeps off into the darkness. And what has Oleg been doing with his 30 wooden nickels while this has been going on?
With as much disgusting pride as possible, counting them out one by one in front of as many people as I can gather to watch me gather my spoils together.
Mm-hmm.
Odin, dva, tri, четыре, and I just count all the way up to 30.
And you see that Scoops is the one who's in charge of handing out the prizes. And he goes, well, shoot, usually we just give one candy bar per one wooden nickel, but we actually do have this chart where if you cash in like multiple nickels at once, you can redeem something of even more value. And you look down the list and you can see if you redeem 30 nickels at once, you can get something pretty awesome. What is the pretty awesome thing that Oleg sees on this list?
Oh man, that's a lot of power he's given you.
How about a key that has been found on the grounds of the campsite that nobody knows what it goes to?
Okay.
I figure that could be maybe useful later.
That does sound like a plot hook for sure.
Yeah, wow. Good call.
It seems like a strange step from candy bars to this, but I'll take it.
Pilfer, you will share your candy bar with me, and I will share my key with you, yes? Are we crew? Are we crew? Or are we not crew?
I mean, the way you handled your wooden nickels wasn't very crew-like.
I am the captain
You
now.
know, when I find a treasure, I pay my crew part of the treasure.
It's true. And you see Giles is already eating one candy bar. He takes one bite, passes it over to the next member of Patrol X. That person takes a bite, passes it
Oh
over.
no. I will completely impossibly, because of my physiological makeup, bend one knee and hand the key over. You are captain. You divvy spoils.
I really appreciate that. Wow.
So I get the candy bar, yes? Divvy to me.
Aye, you get the candy bar.
And I turn around and I take the candy bar away from Giles. I hand it to Oleg.
The downside of having a larger crew, it turns out.
You get a half-eaten candy bar that my whole crew has taken a bite of.
They're big candy bars.
Yeah, these are king-sized.
I take a bite of the candy bar and I go... That's how Oleg laughs.
I'm begging of you to please never do that again.
I am overfilled with joy. It will not happen again.
All right. So we have completed our second successful hunt. Should we go ahead and generate some hope, etc., etc.?
Yeah.
Aye.
Let's do it.
All right. Into Fallout we go. So, step one, we have to generate alarm. As far as how much alarm you're generating, I mean, this was pretty contained, actually. Obviously, the folks over there in Barad-dûr, a couple of them were aware that you were there, but you did a pretty good job of bluffing your way through. So, smooth and quiet, low exposure, I think, might be what we do for. Realistically, the only people who really have any beef with you or have any knowledge of the fact that they should have beef with you because of this is Smeagol and Mr. Bean. What a combination that I just said with my real human mouth.
There might be a little notoriety that comes from the entire group of staff members that all saw us there.
Yeah, we saved them.
Yeah, as far as notoriety goes, that wouldn't necessarily go into alarm. I think we're not going to give you any alarm, actually, for this job.
Wow.
Because you kept it so well contained, because you stayed hidden for so much of it. As far as people know, you just did a really good job at gathering a whole bunch of wooden nickels. Let's go on to gather strings. I take one string for any level of panic. You have no levels of panic. Good for you. Marking hope and bond. So let's start with marking hope for our hunters, and these are individual questions. So let's go individually. Let's start with Oleg. Did you address a challenge with courage or empathy?
I can for sure say not empathy, but I could say courage.
You did not even flinch at Shelob for those wooden nickels.
That's pretty crazy.
I just pulled out my gun and shot her.
In the eternal words of Futurama, who needs courage when you have a gun?
So I mark a hope for that.
Yep, mark one hope for each that you answer yes to. Did you embody your background or drive?
Yeah. I will bring together instead of pull apart. I brought together so many of them dang wooden nickels.
That definitely fits within the spirit of the drive that you wrote down.
My background, foreign exchange student, tech wizard, vaguely Eastern European. I did try and bring communism to this land.
You did do that.
You also made up quite nicely with Pilfer by the end there.
That was bringing together.
That was very big of you.
That really was.
Yeah, we could go with that if you want it.
I'll take it if that's okay.
Now, did you express your beliefs or were they tested or changed?
I don't actually know. Master Brickithon generally trusted him, but
One thing that we might look at, we potentially tested your belief that the supernatural is always harmful and never helpful when you used the light of Erendil.
oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I could absolutely say that tested my belief for sure.
And now that can maybe be a little bit of a beginning of some changing of beliefs for our unshaped here. All right. Did you portray your relationship to the Pact or the people of Camp Studston?
Yeah. Did you see me count out all those coins in front of the entire camp? Their relationship is, I'm the boss, I'm the best, and that's my relationship.
I was thinking maybe we could go with like the fact that you saved literally dozens of staff members from being eaten by spiders.
I don't think Oleg's a good guy. I'm just realizing in this moment, I think he might not be the best guy.
There we go.
He needs some character development.
We are learning a bit more of what this is as we go along.
It's a little bit antagonistic. That's my relationship.
A little bit antagonistic. Okay. Let's take a look then at Pilfer. Did you address a challenge with deception or charm?
Yeah. I deceptively charmed a man into believing that I was an exterminator. Said man. I deceptively charmed a hobgoblin into believing that I was an exterminator sent by corporate.
I am the man. All right. Did you embody your background or drive?
I think underhandedly stealing a wooden nickel is pretty piratey.
I would say so.
Still can't believe you did that.
I can. Did you express your beliefs or were they tested or changed?
There's no problem you can't build your way out of. I built a dirt wall to sneak into the basement.
And a dirt dog.
Oh
And
yeah,
the
it's a
dirt
dog.
Lots of dirt work in this hunt.
It's always available, and it's made of bricks.
It's a dirty job. Somebody's got to do it.
And did you portray your relationship to the Pact or the people of Camp Studston?
I mean, I shared a candy bar with my crew and my fellow troopmate Oleg. Does that count?
You don't sound very confident about it.
I mean, it's not much if we're looking at the grand scheme of things. But it was, it was my way of reaching out.
I mean, your relationship with the Pact doesn't necessarily have to be a good one.
And also, I don't know, this might be a little bit of a cop-out because it's the whole game, but I mean, we really went out there to try and help the staff members of this camp.
Mm-hmm.
We stuck our necks out and went into some dangerous places and fought some dangerous beasties to help these staff that were in peril. And I think that is pretty big for our relationship with the camp.
Yeah, I think the moment that kind of Pilfer and Master Brickithon both had, where they were like, I was ignoring the spiders, but we probably can't ignore this anymore.
Yeah, that was pretty big. So I will say, yeah.
All right, go for it. And that brings us to Master Brickithon. Did you adjust a challenge with cleverness or knowledge?
Yes, the knowledge of a Palantir in my pocket.
And also just a bunch of really good lore about Tolkien's Legendarium that none of the rest of us knew about.
There you go.
All right. Did you embody your background or drive?
Drive, learning how to protect those around me perfectly. Nobody got hurt.
Yeah. I mean, the only wound that was received in this hunt was kind of self-inflicted by Pilfer in some ways because he picked a fight with Mr. Bean. And one simply does not pick a fight with Mr. Bean.
Guess not.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes for that one.
All right. Did you express your beliefs or were they tested or changed?
I will say it was a surprise to me when Pilfer decided to take on this room full of orcs with subterfuge and trickery, and it worked really well. I wasn't expecting that, but it was fun to go along with.
So Pilfer's piratical past is promptly, positively helping you. Positively.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that.
Okay, so that belief is getting tested as well.
Wow, that feels nice.
Some of us are getting closer together and some of us are not getting closer together. Finally, Master Brickithon, did you portray your relationship to the Pact or the people of Camp Studston?
Yes. We participated. We won the game. We gloated in the faces of those who deserved gloating like Bricklebarrel. And we rescued a bunch of people.
There you go. Then, for the crew as a whole, we can get some bond first. Did we successfully complete the hunt?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Found the spiders, stopped the spiders. Did you get in over your heads?
I mean, I would say we probably should not have taken on an entire army of orcs and spiders.
But does that count as getting in over our heads? Because It went so well.
I mean, we're standing in the middle of a bunch of orcs who were all very upset with us.
It's true.
It could have gone very poorly.
It could have. We could have died.
Yeah, we saw how that first one went, and it could have been very bad.
Need I remind you of the powerful enemy that you have brought upon yourselves?
Ooh,
The Mister of Bean.
that's true. Lord of the Bean.
How'd we miss the Lord of the Beans joke until this point with all these beans references?
I genuinely forgot that that's a thing that existed, but now I remember it, and I am cursed with that knowledge.
All right, I think we can give you that bond for getting in over your heads. Next, did you express or challenge your pack's reputation or promise?
We saved a bunch of people.
You gotta admit, they got stuff done.
Yeah, you gotta admit,
Mhm.
we will always build each other up. That one.
That one was challenged, I think.
That one was challenged.
I got a little overtaken with my great love of wooden nickels.
Well, I mean, that does bring us to the question, did the pact struggle due to inner conflict or interpersonal drama?
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Is that a bond to do so?
Yeah.
Wait, is that a good thing?
That's a good thing. You get bond for that.
Nice. Thanks for fighting me, Christian.
What can I say? I'm good at what I do.
This game literally incentivizes fighting with your friends, and I love that.
That's great.
All right. Well, that is all of our hope and bond marked. I'm looking at our time. Do you guys have any ideas of what you want to do for downtime by any chance?
So I need to get rid of some of my luck checks, but I will say, I don't know if there's something I have completely forgotten about from the last time we played, or if somebody messed with our shared Google Sheet character sheet, because my sheet says that my solace is wearing a chamber pod as a hat, and I have no idea where that came from.
You got rid of your solace.
Why does it say that? I know I got rid of it. I thought it was empty.
That's just a placeholder.
Who put that there?
Giles.
I didn't, but I wish I did.
Based on Christian's face, I think I know who edited my spreadsheet.
It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me.
It was McKenna.
It was McKenna, obviously.
Well, that's not my solace.
It could be, though.
You see, this is a tricky thing because you have luck that needs to be cleared, but you don't currently have a solace. What you do have is a 6-segment progress clock to find a new solace.
Oh, I'm gonna be in trouble in our next hunt.
Well, would you like to work on a long-term project?
Yeah, I would.
All right, that's 2 hope each time you work on a long-term project, so you could do it twice.
That would be all I do.
You could ask one of your friends to work on a long-term project.
No, I'll do it all. My whole downtime for this downtime session will be spent actually going to camp.
What?
Oh.
I'm gonna try archery. I'm gonna try basket weaving. I'm
Wow.
gonna try out all the things to see if I can find something that brings me comfort and a hobby that I enjoy that helps me between our hunts calm down and restore myself.
Well, shoot dang.
The idea of actually going to camp is upsetting to me.
All right, well, this means that you get to make 2 rolls. So make a fortune roll using a relevant trait and mark segments on the clock according to the results. So you're going out and actually just doing the thing that you came here to do. Which merit badges do you go to take?
Okay, so let's try and justify my good abilities here. Could I get sneak for doing the ropes course? When you do the balance beams and
Yeah.
all of that. And then I don't think there's a public speaking merit badge at camp for my compel.
The debate merit badge. I mean, this is Lego camp. Keep that in mind.
I know.
This is builder camp.
You know what? I'll do hunt, and I know it's mind hunt, but I mean maybe it's actually more rec. But I'll try the shooting range because I do like my gun.
All right.
And that seems appropriate.
Okay, yeah. So give us a sneak roll then and a hunt roll.
So my sneak roll is only a 3,
Ooh, so that is only 1 tick on your 6 clock.
and my hunt roll is a 5.
All right, so that's 2 more ticks. So you have halfway filled up your clock to find a new solace.
Man, when even shooting a gun doesn't fill the hole that's in my heart.
It filled the hole better than trying to run around on a bunch of ropes. So
It's true.
Is there any way I could help Pilfer get 1 more die in that sneak category?
Possibly. You would have to mark some luck of your own in order to do it, but it is something that could be done. You only have 3 luck marked currently.
Sure, I'll do that. I'll help him out. I'll give him some tips. I'm not the best at, the ropes course and all that, but I used to be back in the day, so I can give you a few pointers.
A lot of the ropes courses do have like team building activities and stuff too, so.
This is true. Okay, so Caleb, mark 1 luck, and Evan, you just have to roll higher than 3 on this 1 die.
Sorry, Caleb.
Dang
I think ropes just really aren't my thing. That's a 2.
Dang it.
I rolled a 3, a 2, and a 2.
Oh,
Sometimes it just doesn't happen.
How pathetic. I appreciate your help.
it's all right. We'll work on it again next week.
We will. That was my entire downtime, and I'm going to be useless in the next hunt.
Ooh boy. Well, you don't necessarily have to be useless. You just probably are going to mark doom in the next hunt. So
Oh, that didn't make me feel better. I feel like your tone of voice implied that should make me feel better.
I didn't intend for it to.
It sounded like Ned was excited about it. I'll give you that.
It kind of did.
Well, that is it for Pilfer's downtime. Master Brickithon and Oleg, do either of you have any ideas? Master Brickithon, you do have an 8-segment progress clock to investigate the door device,
Oh, yeah.
but you do also have 4 luck that you could probably do with Seeking Solace. Those are like the 2 main things that would come to mind for me, but it is your hope to do with whatever you please.
Okay, can I do both?
In fact, you can.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of a little bit of luck, and I'm going to investigate that door thingy.
All right, so Seeking Solace, do you want to roll 3 dice and take the single highest result, or do you want to clear all of it and suffer a snag?
I'll roll 3 and take the highest this time.
Okay, 3 unmarked doom, that is 3d6. Go ahead and roll that.
That's a 6.
All right, if you clear more luck than you had marked, you suffer a snag. So,
Well, okay.
so we have Cause Trouble. That one was very popular last time. I take a string. We have Mouth Off. You brag about your hunts and talk with regular people about the supernatural, immediately gain 2 alarm. Get lost, your hunter vanishes for a few weeks, play a different hunter. Or Despair, your solace no longer provides any relief, and you have to try and find a new one. We see how well that is going for the one who's already tried to do it.
I'm going to brag. I'm quite proud of my troop, the way they came together. All those wooden nickels, nobody's found. And I mean, we had a Palantir. We had, like, I brag about some of the things that I probably shouldn't mention.
You fool.
Fool of a took.
Yeah, and there's one, you're like in the trading post up at the bar where only senior members of the camp are able to actually get alcohol. And you're just bragging, and you hear a voice from like the far end of the bar. Did you say you had a Palantir there, Pilgrim?
Maybe. I mean, they are not all accounted for, the lost seeing stones.
And this figure stands up, face completely cast in shadow from a wide-brimmed Boss of the Plains hat. He flips his poncho up over his shoulder and walks kind of in your direction, spurs jangling, and after pausing for a moment looking at you, turns towards the cashier, tosses a couple coins to the dame running the trading post, and walks out. Plus 2 alarm.
Okay.
You made John Wayne mad, I think.
I think so, too.
We got John Wayne and Mr. Bean coming after us. Look out.
And Smeagol, don't forget Smeagol.
And Smeagol.
What a combo.
Oh, what a game.
This is like Tyka's Fun Punch Club all over again.
All right, now Caleb, to work on this long-term project, what would you like to do to try and learn about that strange device?
Oh, I forget. I went in and did I try to acquire a device, one of the devices, but I failed?
You took some pictures of the device on a disposable camera.
Okay. Oleg, you seem to know about mechanical things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if we might do an image search on your weird satellite thing that connects to Sputnik. I don't know what it is, but help me find. I need to know something about this device.
All right. This will be very helpful. I'm going to Can I interrupt this downtime activity to do one of my downtime activities that will help this downtime activity?
Ooh, possibly. What would you propose to do?
I would like to spend 2 hope to do an origin story flashback.
Ooh.
Okay.
Origin story. Flashback showing a pivotal moment in your hunter's life before the pact. Take a new ability that fits with that you described from any playbook.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to take the ability Slanted and Enchanted. When you invent or craft a creation with arcane features, take +1 die to your roll. You begin with 1 arcane design already known.
Ooh,
Whoa.
this comes from the Scourge.
Yes, I would like to take basically a very simple reverse image search camera where I can take a picture of something and it'll give me kind of like the identify spell, very basic information on it.
All right, so now you've got the special tinkering ability and the special arcane crafting ability. Look at that.
That's pretty cool.
I'm trying to build stuff.
You little theory crafter, you.
I will get rid of 2 hope, mark that as a hunter thing, put this here, Slanted and Enchanted, and then I guess I'll note here identify. If that's something I can do, I don't know.
Yeah, let me go ahead and pull up once more our crafting rules. Each item or tool or spell will have 2 to 3 tags that describe it. Often one of these will be a benefit and the other a drawback. I think the drawback would be that it is haunted. There's a spirit inside of it that helps give you your information, and it's an unquiet, angry spirit.
Classic.
Always.
Classic. Can I give it another bad tag?
Sure.
If I don't find ways to appease that spirit, it will give me false information.
Ooh. Okay, so we're going to give it the tags identify, haunted, and vindictive.
Yes, so I need to make sure it's happy. Maybe it wants to take pictures of certain things, and if I don't take enough pictures of the nice things at once, it'll start giving me false information.
Gotta keep the spirit in the haunted camera happy.
Gotta keep the spirit of the
Wow.
Exactly.
It all comes full circle.
That it does.
And then I have to roll to create that, don't I?
The wording is a little bit more nebulous, but I think we'll just do what we did with Tinker, and we'll just let you already have it.
I like it. So yeah, I will take a picture of the picture that you have to try and get an identify some information on it for you.
Thank you.
And in that instance, I think for Master Brickithon, it might be just a matter of reading the strange, arcane, mystical ghost writings that come out of this camera.
Sure.
Okay, so go ahead and roll to read. 2d6.
5.
Okay, so that's going to be 2 ticks off of our 8 clock here. I think what you discover with the assistance of this angry, vindictive ghost is that ghosts, they speak in wavelengths that are imperceptible to our simple minifig senses. You get the answer that this device also speaks on wavelengths that are imperceptible to our puny minifig senses.
Interesting. Thank you, Oleg. I've learned that device probably speaks ghost language.
I do not know ghost language. I did not take that correspondence course.
Neither did I, but we'll see what I can find.
I like how as soon as Oleg is like, maybe this supernatural file is okay, next thing we know, he's consulting ghosts for information about technology.
I mean, I know it's harmful. It's got an evil ghost in it, so obviously it's bad. But you gotta use what's around you.
Communing with the dead, kids. Not even once. It's a slippery slope.
All right, Oleg, you've still got 3 hope left. Is there anything else that you want to do?
Yeah. I want to do just another day and spend the rest of my hope.
All right, this is one of the unshaped specific beats. You have a bad habit of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Describe a scene where you see something you aren't supposed to, overhear bad news for the Pact or people of Camp Studston, or accidentally offend someone important.
Boy.
Add a new contact who's gunning for you, and take a new ability from your playbook.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my Argo that I've been working on that's not working so great, and I'm going to try to take it on some test drives out. And it's going to break down in the middle of the woods. And as I'm working on it to try and get it fixed, I hear voices coming from nearby.
Yes. Here's what okay. Barad-dûr, the lease is expired.
Yeah, of course.
What landmark is replacing Barad-dûr for the upcoming hunt that is going to complicate things for you guys?
Yes, I see the historical artifact committee meeting with a cloaked figure, and they're talking in hushed tones, and I can't help but get a little bit closer. and as they sort of pass one of those, you know how the minifigs can hold those little shapes that are supposed to be like books and papers, and it's got something written on it.
Little tiles.
Yeah, just the little tiles that they hold on to. The cloaked figure is Beelzebub, and they are going to set up the secret 9th circle of hell as a special unveiling.
So in the first hunt where you were like, okay, the bad guy could be witches or it could be Satan, we're just going with that.
Yeah, Satan's here now.
Okay, the devil, like from the Bible.
I get that you're friends, but I am the devil from the Bible.
Can it be specifically the Tim Curry version of the devil from Legend?
That is what I was thinking. Yes, the devil is Tim Curry.
Okay, I have not watched Legend, but...
You know who Tim Curry is.
I know who Tim Curry is. You actually hear the devil say that to the committee.
Yeah, and so... Because mind you, I haven't read Dante's Inferno in a hot minute. There's only 8 circles of hell?
I'm not sure. I know that in D&D there's 9. I don't know about the Catholic Church.
Somebody quickly look up Dante's Inferno. How many circles of hell are there?
There are 9 in Dante's Inferno.
Okay, then this is the secret 10th one.
The secret 10th level of hell.
Yeah.
Okay. Is being constructed in Camp Studstein.
It's being constructed in Camp... And the devil's doing an unveiling of the secret 10th circle of hell at Camp Studstein with a special agreement from the historical committee.
Okay.
But because of that, I accidentally absorb a little bit of dark knowledge into my brain, and I figure out a way to soup up my Argo. So I take the baby driver ability.
All right. Such a good trade-off.
I have basically a little Hell Rider Argo car for us to drive around in.
Oh, it's like the Infernal War Machines in Descent into Avernus.
Exactly.
You get it.
That was my inspiration.
All right. Well, everybody, we've officially introduced canonical Satan into this campaign.
As portrayed by Tim Curry.
Well, that is what you spent your hope on, was bringing the devil into this campaign. So you don't have any hope left. Apt, I suppose.
Team, do we want to spend any of our bond? Do we have enough to get anything we want?
We could remodel.
Yeah.
Upgrade the base. We can make a new ally. We could get in a fight. That's not a joke. There's an option to have an argument.
Upgrade the base.
If we upgrade the library, we get internet.
In between ropes courses and shooting, I could be helping to dig out the base. Did we decide, were we going to roll for base upgrades, or were we going to actually select?
We rolled for it the first time because we thought that would be fun and flirty. Whether we want to keep doing it in the future, that's up to us.
I think I'd rather select because there's a lot of stuff on there.
What were we thinking if we were going to upgrade? Was it the garage? The garage?
We do need one of those for our upcoming Argo.
I mean, I'll take anything. I'm not picky.
Oh gosh, I wish I hadn't been so scared of the spiders, or I'd spend it on pet and have smuggled a pet spider back together. I like vehicle though, because if we do it twice, it can be battle ready.
Oh, my little infernal war machine.
Yeah, if we build it up twice.
I'll take a garage.
It says on our first upgrade to the iconic vehicle.
I mean, I already have an iconic vehicle because of my class.
Yeah, it's just that you don't have a place to securely store and repair it.
Yeah.
So you're just like working on this in the middle of the campsite at this point, basically.
Yeah.
Let's get a garage.
Okay.
All right, we spend 5 bond. We only get 3 upgrades, guys. Don't forget that. And I, in between ropes courses and shooting sports, will dutifully do my diligence and dig away at a garage.
All right. It's been a long episode. We've accomplished so much.
We have.
We started in the middle of a kitchen surrounded by a hobgoblin and a bunch of other bad guys, and now we're here, eavesdropping on the devil.
We've come so far.
Well, shoot, with that, it looks like we have spent all of the hope and bond that can be spent.
There's literally nothing else we can do.
So, sounds to me like that's time to end the episode. Everybody, thanks for joining us for this episode of Improv Tabletop. It's been a wild time. That is one word for it. That's a very mild word for it, but it is the word that I've chosen to use. We will be back next time with more adventures in the world of the Tension Builders, and if everything goes according to plan, with a special guest joining us this next time. So, if you want more, go ahead and subscribe, maybe even give us a review. We would be as happy as a Tim Curry fan listening to this campaign, if you would go ahead and give us a review on the podcatcher of your choice. We're also all over social media, and those social media accounts I do not care about. They are not being monitored or used. So if you want to get in touch with us, improvtabletop@gmail.com. That's the place to go. I check that email every day, and when we do get fun, cool emails from our fans, I share them with the members of the cast that are applicable therein, and we all get to feel the heartwarming tinglies together. Now, let's go ahead and shout out our next batch of Sticker Club patrons.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, you the real ones.
And the people we're shouting out this week are Elizabeth McDowell, James Walker, and the newest member of the Sticker Club, Diane Yurka.
Hey, welcome.
This is a testament to the fact that I will never be able to know quite what it is that people will like about the show. Like, I've had people in the past tell me that The Illiterates was their favorite campaign that we've done, and that still kind of boggles my mind to this day. But when Diane joined the Discord, she said that it was the tension builders, like this specific combination of like English literature and Lord of the Rings and camping and Legos, just all kind of unexpectedly coming together in this perfect storm to create like exactly what she wanted. And now here we are. So listener, whatever your weird combination is, let us know, and maybe you'll see it someday. Who knows? But, oh yeah, these guys are the lead architects for the 10th layer of hell.
Whoa.
I'm so excited to see what your designs are.
That's rad.
It's going to be crazy, I'm sure, whatever it is. Make sure you put in, if I may request this as the GM, I would like lots of swinging blades, random spiked hooked chains just hanging from every possible available surface, a number of insects, but big, like really, really big. Like imagine a mosquito the size of a mastiff. That's the kind of stuff I want you guys to put in there. Just a couple requests, you know?
There's got to be a line, like a queue, where you go up and you take a ticket and you sit down and your number never gets called.
The worst possible outcome.
A place where your socks are always wet.
Ooh.
The speakers play your favorite song, but right as it gets to the best part, somebody just scrapes their nails along a chalkboard over top of it.
I should be writing these down for when we go to the 10th layer of hell in our next hunt. Oh man, our special guest does not know what he's getting himself into with this one.
He does not.
Well, we'll see how that goes. If you, dear listener, want to join the ranks of the Sticker Club, then feel free to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/improvtabletop, where you can also get things like Discord access, biannual sticker packs, and more, such as our current ongoing patron-exclusive campaign, Serpent Sea Sagas. Now, let's do a round of plugs. Caleb, would you mind taking that for us this time?
Absolutely. Guys, we've got a sister podcast called I Cast Fireball. They do D&D stuff. You should go over and listen to them. If you like this stuff, you'll probably like that stuff. We've also got a partnership with Fanroll Dice. If you go over there and use the code VroomVroomFifi, I wonder who came up with that phrase. That's a great phrase. Use it and you get a discount.
Probably a very attractive and educated person.
I think so. And we do have beef with Connor as well. If you haven't started disliking Connor yet, please get on that quickly. He's just the literal worst.
Worse. I hear the devil, like from the Bible, doesn't even want to hang out with that guy.
Yeah, I've said this before, but definitely don't go listen to him as Brimpus Chimpus in Animal Station. That is definitely not one of my favorite characters that has ever been created on this show. Don't do it if you don't want to have a good time.
Perfect. Makes sense.
It does. And finally, dear listeners, I would seriously just like to plug building with Lego. I got back into it recently for an early birthday present. My wonderful mother gifted me the Shire in Lego form, and it was the most amazing and zen and wonderful experience that I have had in many a year. I haven't gotten a Lego set for myself in years, like since I was a kid, I think. And this was the first one. And I think I'm an official adult fan of Lego now. Been talking with the wife, trying to work Lego into the budget. It's hard, but trying to do it because I might be a little bit addicted. But we do have lots of other Lego that I've been like organizing and sorting through and trying to build other little creations and stuff. So check it out if you haven't, or if you have and it's been a really long time, do it again, because it's really, really, really fun.
I was traveling last week and I learned that they have Lego vending machines in airports now.
Yes.
Where you can, I guess you got a few hours before your flight gets delayed. Go grab a Lego set.
Dude, I would like to be that guy who's just building Legos at the terminal.
Yeah, they do keep them to they're not the really big ones, so you probably could get through it in an hour or two while you're waiting for a plane.
Well, everybody, go play with some Lego, because Legos is not a word, correct? Do I have that right?
I mean, there's both. It's fine. Say Legos.
Go play with some Lego bricks.
Yes, go do that. And thanks for joining us here in the world of the Tension Builders. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and I've been joined by...
Caleb Anderton, big fan of Lego.
Christian Randall, happy to be here.
Evan Peterson, from the Bible.
Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on Improv Tabletop.
Enemies: Smeagol, Mr. Bean, John Wayne, the Devil, Tim Curry, from the Bible.
I just want, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing with our lives?
Dude, I wonder that every time we record.
I just love that, these are definitely... Improv Tabletop is the source of many a new sentence, for sure.
And you, dear listener, get to enjoy all of them.
Get to listen with your real human ears.
Oh, boy.